Hi, I'm going to go over um, setting up Google Earth. Um, Most of these settings in Google Earth are not completely critical, but they will help make your life a lot easier. Um, the settings are under Tools and Options. On this first tab, you want to make sure you're in decimal degrees and feet and miles. That's just so it's consistent with the units and formats that we're using. Um, I would make the terrain quality a little bit higher. You might need to back this off if you're having issues or if Google Earth starts to run really slow. But that'll give you the best image and view to look at. And you want to make sure elevation exaggeration is on 1 so that there is no exaggeration. And you want to make sure that show terrain here is checked. If we go to the cache tab, we want to max out these values. The max for the memory cache is 1024. The max for the disk cache is 2000. This will remember this much data at a time. So if you drop your air card connection, but you've already been in the area in Google Earth, you'll still be okay to look at things because it'll have that information cached. So that's one of the reasons why it's important to look at your paths before you go out and drive there. That way, if you drop the connection, you're not stuck. Um, in rare circumstances, if Google Earth starts acting really weird and the imagery isn't refreshing, this should almost never happen. But if it does happen, clicking the clear disk cache will hopefully fix the issue. Um, just be careful because if it's an issue with your internet connection, then you're going to blow out whatever data you have cached there, and then you won't have anything. But just know that if you have some weird things going on, that's one way to fix problems. But you should almost never have to do that. Touring, we can leave the way it is. Navigation, the fly to speed here is how long it takes to get somewhere when you double click on it. So like if I go into my list here and I double click on this path, it takes me there. If I were to make the fly to speed slow and go to another path, it would take longer to get there. You probably will want to have that pretty fast. Mouse wheel speed, this is how quickly when you use the mouse wheel to zoom it moves. So a relatively slow setting works pretty well, so that way when I zoom here by scrolling my mouse, it zooms in and out nicely. And this is an important setting. Do not automatically tilt while zooming. The default is automatically tilt while zooming, and what will happen is if you zoom in, it's going to start tilting sideways like that, and that'll get really annoying really quickly probably. So I would turn that off and have it at do not automatically tilt while zooming. And then to tilt, since now it won't automatically tilt, you're going to press down the middle mouse button or the scroll wheel. Not roll it, but press it down, and you'll see that the mouse changes to this weird circle thing, and then you're going to drag your mouse backwards, and that'll let you tilt, and then you can move your mouse around, and that'll let you move around in 3D space. That's all the important settings in Google Earth.